Hi everyone, welcome to Sean Burgess Fitness and thank you for tuning in to watch our latest Flexibility Matters video on how to passively stretch the calf muscles. So in today's video I'm actually going to show you not just how to stretch the calf, the gastrocnemius, which is this higher bit here. I'm going to mention about how to obviously try and get into the lower part of the leg, which is the soleus and the Achilles tendon just below it. There's one stretch which I like to do a lot myself, and it's probably because I've had some ankle injuries in the past, but it's also because this is a really important stretch, because a lot of the time when we're lacking what we call dorsiflexion, and that's the ability to get your knee over your ankle, that's going to greatly affect the way you squat. And if you've got an impairment in the way you squat, that's going to affect pretty much your whole quality of life, bearing in mind how often we squat every single day. But it's definitely going to affect your training performance. So, you know, if you're actually practicing squats in the gym, doing any kind of like single leg exercise, it's all going to have a big bearing on your dorsiflexion. And if you're playing a sport, think about how many times you're going to jump, how many times you're going to sprint. It's always really important. And a lot of the time, calf strain is linked to a lack of dorsiflexion, as a lot of injuries also are as well. So long story short, the stretch that I'd like to try and show clients is to just get a step box, but this could be like the bottom stair at home, it could be a little ledge, it doesn't really matter too much. And then what you're going to do is just stand at the top. So you've probably all seen the basic, quite sort of, I would say, old school calf stretch. For me, that doesn't really do a lot unless your calves are really, really tight. If that is the case, you're only going to feel it at the top in your gastrocnemius. So you would just basically take this position with the front leg slightly bent, keep your shoulders back in line with your hips, and just hold there. So if you're really, really tight, you can start with this. But for me, I would get you going straight into my little progression. So I'm going to get you to now just drop your heel back of the box. Again, make sure your shoulders are in line with your hips. Make sure that leg's forward, because that's what's going to help your balance and stability. You can use your arms as well, and you might also want to have the box maybe next to a wall, or just you can hold on to if you worry for stability is going to be an issue. Because if it is, and you're obviously losing your balance, you're not really going to be focusing on the stretch, and then that obviously detracts from what we're trying to achieve here. So just hold that position there. Remember, for up to 30 seconds, we want to do 3 sets in total with each leg. And then before I move on and just do the other leg, I'm just going to say that your gastrocnemius is actually split into 2 muscle groups. So you've got the medial and the lateral head, so the inside and the outside head. And a bit like some of the other stretches that I've shown you so far, if you actually change your foot position, that will actually have a big bearing on actually how much you feel the muscle being stretched. All right. So for instance, if I was to hold through the middle, I stretch both heads really quite evenly, as you would anticipate. If I go here, all right, and I just stretch with my heel across, that's going to get a bit more to the outside of the calves. And if I go with my heel facing outwards, I'm going to stretch a bit more through the inside, that medial head. So there's little ways to tweak the position, and again just isolate certain areas. I would say the outside of the calves is generally going to be the tightest part, and that's again one of the things that affects your running gait. If you do find that you walk along the outside of your feet, I would suggest that's going to be one for you to try out. Okay, so simple to do, very effective. Anyone can do that stretch at any time. It really does help in so many ways. Remember to always do 3 sets of 30 seconds. Target the muscle tissue down in that lower leg that you really want to try and get into and improve. That will have a big bearing on your dorsiflexion going forward and improve that. And it's great for helping obviously your recovery as well. Thank you for watching today's video, guys. I hope all of the content there made sense. Remember, if you've got any questions, get in touch with us at any time. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. And I look forward to seeing you soon.